something that many of us have aspired to for some period of time, and we saw it raised in the presidential campaign. The question is, will we see a family caregiver tax credit this year? And of course, I have to lead with Jason.
Ooh, I would just note that we're 24th. That's the lowest we've ever been on the happiness index, and a spot lower than we were in 2024. Not surprising. Will we have a family caregiver tax credit? I think one, we need to do better to recognize the immense contributions that family caregivers make to our communities and to our economy. According to our friends at AARP, that contribution can be calculated around $600 billion annually. We know that family caregivers are the backbone of our economy and our healthcare system, yet they often remain invisible and are underinvested in. So do we need a tax credit? Yes. Do we need a national paid family medical leave program? Yes. Do we need an Older Americans Act reauthorization? Absolutely. Do we need Medicaid? Maybe the first expletive, but yes.
About time.
Hell yeah, there you go. That's not the one I was going to use, but I'll take it. But do I think we'll get a caregiver tax credit? I think unlikely.
Yeah.
I remain optimistic, but at the same time, I know for us, the only two things we're talking about on Capitol Hill right now are one, the importance of saving the Medicaid program to support family caregivers, and the importance of reauthorizing the Older Americans Act to support family caregivers. And it's great that we heard on the campaign trail the importance of a caregiver tax credit. It's the only time this president has ever talked about the needs and specific policies to support our nation's more than 53 million family caregivers. You never say never, but I'm not optimistic.
So I'm going to be glass half full, Jason, because I think something might be possible. We certainly hope something's possible. And what gives me hope is the Caring for Credit Act is bipartisan. And we do know the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act will move. And I think that our collective energy and the leadership around caregiving create an opportunity. So we hope something moves. We don't want it to move in a manner that jeopardizes other critical programs we all rely upon to age well, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and the Older Americans Act. But I feel like there is a window of opportunity here.
And I would agree with that. I think that while I would love the answer to be yes, right? I think that the moment that we're in this very moment, this very day, this very hour at 1:42 p.m. on Wednesday, April 23rd, dictates that it's unlikely, but things can really change and they can move fast, right? What we know is that the elected officials and the unelected billionaires that we have running this country are undermining every single fundamental aspect of the care infrastructure. And again, that's right now. That could change, right? We've seen things move so fast over the course of the past, 90 some odd days? We're not even 100 days in yet. So I want to say yes. I'm hoping that things are possible. I like the reference to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna tag in for the first time. And yes, all right. Well, not yet. Let's see what I say. But I guess the thing that I want to underscore is the answer to the question of whether it will pass is really up to us. And it's about the organizing that is necessary to get people to understand that this isn't about an R or a D. Part of the reason that the midterms tend to swing the other way is because elections tend to be less nationalized around the brands. And right now, I think there's a tremendous amount of backlash that this administration is feeling, that Elon Musk is personally feeling. If you watch the Tesla stock report yesterday, their earnings down 70%. I understand that...
There's a round of applause for that,
yeah. So, and even gamers, okay, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but even gamers were just roasting him while he tried to play his video game on his private jet, so much so that he shut the game down in tears. So what I'm saying is, We are in a moment where even in deep red states, Republican lawmakers are feeling heat from people they think of as their hardcore base. And so I think more than bracing for impact and feeling a sense of how out of control, Elon Musk and his boy band of hackers, have just raided everything, we should be thinking they are on their heels, and now is the time for people to go and start organizing with their neighbor who's taking care of their parents and build those kinds of hyper-local bonds that we're seeing show up in these congressional town halls for the ones who are willing to have the courage even to hold them.
Absolutely, thank you. And I'm just going to say, we'll just call it a caregiver tariff. Mic drop. Call it a tariff. Don't explain it to them, just call it that, and they'll be like, oh okay, let's do it.
So,
They'll do it and then they'll stop. And
What?
they'll do it and then they'll stop.
Right.
we promised you laughs. I failed in my introduction. I failed in my panel introduction to point out that we have in the past had a courageous friend of mine who's a Republican join this group. And I asked him, since he couldn't make it this year, would he mind providing me some answers to the questions that someone that I asked. So I asked him on this question of will a family caregiver tax credit happen this year? His answer was yes, maybe soon.
All right, Joe.
A Republican answer, ladies and gentlemen. So who knows? Let's see where that leads to.
Notice he's not here.
Can defend himself.
He heard it was us at panel, so. Okay, I'm gonna look out and see if I see anybody yet with a question, comment, or. You're saving it, huh? All right, it's okay, we got things to talk about up here. If I don't see you when your hand is up, just get up and yell, all right? That's the easy way to do it. Did I miss somebody? No, not yet. Okay.